As the hammer comes down on federal jobs, people here in Kentucky are feeling the effects. Many national park sites have been affected by job cuts, such as Mammoth Cave and Daniel Boone National Forest, and even smaller sites couldn't avoid the axe. Jason Bartow is in studio with a look at how Camp Nelson National Monument in Jessamine County is dealing with this flurry of federal firings.
Yeah, Ali, whether it's to escape into nature, learn a lesson from the past in the visitor center, or pay your respects to those who fought for our freedom at the National Cemetery, Camp Nelson is a historical landmark in Kentucky. Now it's playing another role in American history with President Trump's efforts to shrink the size of the federal government.
Camp Nelson, like a lot of national parks, is an important economic engine, providing jobs, putting dollars in the local economies.
Jeff McDaniel has been volunteering at Camp Nelson Heritage Park since the 90s and has seen a lot of change over the years from when it was owned by Jessamine County until the National Park Service eventually took the reins, making it a national monument in 2018. Like many federal agencies across the country, though, it's seen its staff reduced in the first weeks of the new administration.
There's 11 full-time employees, but they lost 4 of those, so that's a pretty big hit.
These layoffs come after the Department of Government Efficiency, or D.O.G.E, announced the firings of thousands of federal employees on February 14th.
The cuts are devastating. I just hate to see anything diminished about Camp Nelson.
Not many people know the landscape of Camp Nelson better than Dr. Stephen McBride, who formerly served as the park's director of archaeology. He says although it's well preserved from not being occupied for a long period of time, he does have some concerns about the natural and cultural resources on the land.
I believe that they mostly do now is make sure those resources are protected from impact or planning of, trails or what have you. And with less people, things take longer to get done.
They get a lot done with a little, as McDaniel puts it, but with that number even smaller now, he hopes the charm of Camp Nelson will keep people coming back.
I really have a lot of respect for all the employees here telling the story of Camp Nelson, and we're really entrusting them with what's been designated as a really precious part of American history.
And here's a little fun fact. McDaniel said since the National Park Service took over Camp Nelson, there's been to no surprise an uptick in tourists visiting the park from all over the country and even the world, making it Jessamine County's #1 tourism destination. Ali?